Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me back at my friend GerCollector's unbelievable garage filled with epic cars. And opposite the double 328s, we have double Sennas. I've transported my Senna over in the trailer behind the G63, coming from the Nurburgring over towards Munich, and now it is parked alongside GerCollector's Senna, temporarily borrowing the space of their P1, which is a way to have some things done. Hence, behind the car we have McLaren P1 parking only, all others will be towed, and I'm hoping they are not going to tow my car. It's going to be staying for a short period until I come back for some more things in this area in the not too distant future. But today is all about this, the GerCollector Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster, which today I'm actually going to be taking away with me, loading this into the trailer because I'm responsible for taking it to Novitec, where I think it's going to see a few upgrades. So today I need to take the SVJ out, get it into the trailer, get on the roads with it, take it over to Novitec, and then continue my journey onwards towards Frankfurt in the G63. Beforehand though, I need to prep some things with the Sennas and just generally, I guess, work out exactly how this is going to go. As you know from the channel, I've been to visit the GerCollection a number of times. We've become good friends over the years, and I think it's safe to say that my Senna is going to be staying in some pretty good company when you take a look around at the cars in this amazing garage. I think over the years we've actually been out now in probably about half of them, but GerCollector has also now created a channel to share even more of the cars. I had some good memories with the exceptionally loud GT3 RS with the IPE exhaust, one of my favourite cars, the SLR Sterling Moss, some rarities like the 722, the M3 CRT and the Z8. Over in the corner, the Fiat 500 tucked in behind the pair of GTSs. We took the M4 GTS when we went over to BMW's M-Town to collect the M8 Schmeemobile. There are a few cars currently out for service, so the gap here would normally be the 675 LT Coupe, number 150 as it happens, just like the P1, which is also out, as is the Ferrari F40. Then there are two of the three rare limited edition Lamborghini Aventadors. Both of these are the SV Roadster. Then we've got the C63 Black Series, which a couple of years ago we took on an airport run. I drove it over, and one day I would love to add a C63 Black Series with the aero kit, the flicks and the wing at the back to my collection as well. The 675 LT Spider, now I'm not sure how many of you will remember this, but quite a while back when I came to visit with my Ferrari FF, we took those two along with some friends on a drive from here over towards the south of France. We've also got the Rentec E63S, a beast of a daily. Then of course the two Sennas side by side, something we've been looking to do for quite a long time, it has to be said. In fact, before I even took delivery of my car, I actually came out here to Germany to meet up with GerCollector to go to McLaren Munich to collect this car. It's had quite a story since. You might remember this little incident, the barbecue Meister, but I came back a short while ago when it was returned to the garage, when the car was put back together, and we were hoping to get these two side by side, especially when you look at the colour schemes and how well they actually work together in terms of the almost polar opposites. Then beyond those, we've got the two very menacing Lambos, SVJ Roadster in the satin black with the red accents, and the Hurricane Super Trofeo race car. We then got a single-seat race car, the Isetta, a tractor, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, a G-Wagon, the Man Cave Corner, the two 328s, all of the bikes, and yes, it's a pretty epic and very special place. But this thing, SVJ Roadster, well, just look at it. This is the car we're going to be taking out shortly. I think, well, it already sounds pretty unbelievable, to be honest, and look at this behind as well. Lamborghini Aventador parking only. Well, I mean, just look at this thing. I'm taking in all the design and the accents. Obviously the SVJ logo on the outside. One of 800 for the Roadsters. There were 900 coupes. But I think we're going to have to, we'll fire it up and take it out in a moment. But before we do, I need to prep my Senna a little bit. Things like plugging it into the Trickle Charger, which given we're here on the continent needs an adapter, so I need to grab that and make sure the battery isn't going to go flat. I've given it a wash before leaving it, and it's also sitting at the moment down in race mode. In fact, both of them are sitting at the moment in race mode. Before, mine was in race mode and GerCollector's was in the normal ride height, and the difference between the two was pretty astonishing actually to see. In any case though, two road cars with wings basically bigger than the race car two down the line beyond the SVJ, which is kind of crazy to see. But these two, in their opposite colour schemes, you know, mine is the bright MSO cerulean blue with the navy carbon. GerCollector's has the blue accents on Abyss Black, but Abyss Black has this blue sparkle in it as well. Just show you there with the torch. quite hard to see unless you're looking at it very close with the camera, that is. With the eye, you can see a small blue or very dark navy tint to it overall. But these two, absolute beasts. Front number plate, no front plate. Does look better without the front plate. It's actually an adjustable plinth. It's screwed in, but you can basically take it off if you want to remove that. And obviously, if you're going to a racetrack, have the airflow cooling through and working more aerodynamically through the front as well. For the moment though, we do need to get this out. We need to get it loaded up into the trailer behind the G63. I'm quickly becoming a transport delivery guy, I guess, with cars, having brought my own Senna out here, now taking this onwards, and then more to come after that too. So let's get cracking on. Trickle Charger first, which I have inside the car, and my 3-pin adapter now to make sure we can plug this in correctly. It's a little bit messy at the moment, I have to be honest, but let's come through here where we have the charger, try and grab all of that to make sure that when I come back we do not have any flat battery issues, which to be honest would not be very much fun. Delicately managed there. Obviously this plugs in under the nose bridge at the very front of the car, goes in right under here. Press that and it plugs in. I need to give this a better clean just in there, so I'll get that sorted, make sure it's all plugged in properly. That is all done and on charge, and I apologise by the way for not talking about the bikes and the two beautiful BMW 328s that are sitting right opposite the pair of Sennas. Could you get any more different in terms of cars from Senna to 328s? Anyway, it's SVJ time, let's get that out. I'm safely perched between the two Sennas. We're gonna have the start up though of the SVJ, which is gonna be loud to begin with. Obviously you can hear the valve. When you've heard some of the really loud cars in this collection, that's actually quite manageable. Shuffles. What a machine. The back of this just looks epic. As it goes out into the car lift, that will go up top, where I need to go and prep the trailer behind the G-Wagon, and then get that loaded up. Look at this thing. I'll put it on outside, into the sunshine, and get it into the trailer. I obviously need to get this setup ready. We've got the trailer that I've rented from Barwell Trailers hooked up to the back of the G63 exactly as I brought it out over to Germany. And one interesting discussion that has been raised is about loading cars, whether you do it forwards or backwards, and it kind of depends on the weight balance. Obviously with a car like this, which is, well, fairly weighted towards the back, with such a big V12, we need to put it in reverse into the trailer. Just as we're about to join, or load, how are you doing?
What's up?
Good to see you. This is looking cool, first time I saw this.
Good.
So we're joined by Daniel Abt with the RS7. So we need to get the, car in the trailer now that everything's open and kind of ready. Yeah, perfect. Hold the mirrors. You're good, keep going. All loaded up, the bed is back flat, the straps are all on, which was much harder to do in this car than the Senna because there is quite frankly a lot less room to play with around the different wheel arches, but that is now in. I need to close all of the doors, make sure everything is set, hop on board the G and get the drive over to Novitec started. Let's do this then, hop on board, start up the G63 and get today's drive started. There we go, over to Novitec. My route is taking me around Munich's, I guess it's almost a ring road, which is going to be interesting, that's for sure, but taking it easy. The thing I've noticed immediately though, is that you can feel the extra weight of the SVJ. Obviously the SVJ is the lightweight Aventador, but it's still a lot heavier than the Senna, probably by a couple of 100 kilos. Now what I'm looking forward to actually later on is driving with nothing in the trailer and seeing what it's like when it's just the weight of the trailer, which is about, so the trailer's about 1,400 kilos, the Senna's about 1,200, and I guess the SVJ is like 1,500, 1,600. I'd need to check to get the exact number, that's completely just a guess. So it's quite a lot of difference, and well, I guess it's going to be interesting to see later on what it's like to drive in that setup. But even like this, with it reversed in, with the balance set up nicely, it's not uncomfortable in this car. The G63 is just so big, sturdy, heavy and powerful that it just cruises along even with the weight of, well, something about cumulatively just heavier than this is pulled behind, and it's just a dot, it's just a walk in the park. So it's about an hour and a half to get over to Novitec. Hopefully it's going to be a nice smooth easy drive. I can't imagine it's going to be too stressful. Probably will need a fuel stop towards the end of the journey. That is the thing you notice. Although I say this, it only does about 10 to 15% worse economy driving with the trailer. Obviously, this is taking into account as well that I'm driving at slower speeds. Just the weight difference, the lugging of all of that around. Unfortunately, these roads are completely empty, which is exactly what I was hoping for today. Nice, gentle drive towards Novitec to deliver the GerCollector SVJ. To be honest, this journey has all gone pretty well, and we now go up the hill towards Novitec. Gonna get the car unloaded. It is about 30 degrees Celsius, which is not ideal for unloading the car out of a trailer. We are basically in the land of noise when coming here to Novitec. Obviously, I've been quite a few times actually over many years, filming the likes of the Enlargos, lots and lots of crazy exhaust systems, wide body packages, the Cullinan Overdose, the Hurricane Evo on my last visit, and today we are delivering GerCollector's SVJ, which is pretty cool. I was actually, you might remember, at the Blackhall recently and checked out their Novitec SVJ. I'm looking forward to seeing what's being done to this car, which I'm quite in the dark about. I don't actually know what's going to be happening with it, but yeah, here we are. It's good to be back, and in another Shmeemobile, this time to get the car unloaded. So let's swing around, find a good spot to do it, and get cracking on. All unstrapped and prepared. That wasn't too hard in the slightest. It is absolutely boiling here back at Novitec, where they have these units, as you can see, that literally are solar powered and turn to face the sun to store customer cars. But let's come round to the car. Let's hop on board. I'm going to drive this out. It will be a case of driving completely dead straight out, not too hard. Make sure it is open. Obviously, you need to be very careful with this because otherwise the door is going to hit up top. So I need to just jump up and make sure that I'm not going to let that go too far. Quite hard with the camera in my hand to do this without causing trouble. But there we go. Managed to squeeze into the SVJ. This is not the easiest. Oh, I need to grab the handle here. There we go. Why did I make this life so difficult for myself? Into life. Perfect. Do we have the lift system up? Yes, we do. We will keep it up and let's roll on out. And just like that, in the boiling sunshine, the GerCollector SVJ is unloaded. I've packed up most of the trailer. I need to go over and do the last final bits, but we're also joined by some pretty exciting company. You'll recognize here the Hurricane Evo with the Novitec package that I filmed on my last visit. And this SVJ Coupe we have also seen and I have been deafened by before. It is from the Blackhall. I visited them not all that long ago. So cool to have the SVJ Coupe and the SVJ Roadster together, but that is not all. Novitec also have here the new package for the McLaren GT. Now, I didn't expect them to do a package for the GT, but you can tell instantly looking at it, it's running on new wheels, also sitting a touch lower. It has their carbon fibre exterior package, so the extended front splitter, the new side skirts, and the lip spoiler that you have at the back, and quite clearly a new exhaust system as well, adding a touch more sportiness to McLaren's Grand Tourer. So cool to see that, having just been revealed and only just launched as well. An amazing lineup of cars. Let's come over, I think, just sort things out of touch. Before we do though, this car, I'm going to start it for a moment because, well, when I heard that, it was pretty loud. But let's come through and just, in completely stock form, the SVJ here. I'm on board again, so you can take a proper listen from the outside to the startup noise. So the valves almost instantly come in. Obviously this is in Strada mode. You can go through Sport, Corsa, and we've also got Ego mode, which you can configure, where obviously it gets a touch louder than it would be in the normal Strada mode. But if you ask me, this is crying out to have a little bit more injected into it. So I think that's the name of the game with this car being here at Novitec, and we will see it in a couple of weeks when that has all been done, it's completed and ready to be experienced, I guess, when this is full-on Novitec SVJ. So for the moment, I need to come around, just close this back up. The trailer has done a magnificent job bringing the Senna to the Nurburgring, down towards GerCollector's garage, and now, of course, has been used in the first time I've ever transported somebody else's car. And a big thanks to GerCollector for entrusting me with the SVJ. So to close it, and I will go through and check everything is done properly afterwards, you literally just pull this round. We've got the latches here, which obviously lock in place. Pull that, twist it, lock it. This one as well, pull it out from the poppers, just like that. And we can go around and lock it all up. but I would say that's mission successful. And it's actually been quite fun as an adventure to use the G, pulling the trailer for the first time, to bring my Senna on this road trip, and now to have transported the SVJ over here to Novitec as well. So like I said, don't forget that GerCollector has now got a channel as well. Do go and check it out. Please do subscribe to his channel for plenty more videos of the amazing cars in the collection. And of course, you can bet in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be back for something fun with the Senna. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate your support as always, but that is it for this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers!